This is Angel Holland, who will quickly understand that no story can hide what the police are about to uncover. For in the dark room, a 9-year-old is found unresponsive, the other two exhausted from hunger, and that is just the first piece of the puzzle that will shock the entire town of Elmwood Place. Before we begin, I want to tell you this: there's no harmful behavior on camera, but the silence, the voices, and that empty room, they speak loud enough. Continue, if you're okay with it. First responders rush into a small home in Elmwood Place, Ohio.
It's CPR. Check his breathing.
When paramedics and police entered the house, they found 3 children emaciated from extreme lack of nutrition, 1 unconscious, and the woman assigned to care for them in a state of distress.
I cook dinner mostly for breakfast, oatmeal.
Leo Crew will provide updates on new developments and disturbing details that have just emerged regarding the case that is shaking the Ohio community. In Ohio, 2 people have been charged with serious offenses after police discovered 3 children living in dangerously, severely unhealthy living conditions. The children, ages 9, 8, and 6, were described as very thin and weak. The oldest boy's condition was so severe that doctors called it critical and extremely unsafe the moment he arrived. And the people primarily responsible are Angel Holland and Aaron Stalling. The video from the police officers' body cameras has now been released, capturing the moment they arrived at the couple's home in a residential area called Elmwood Village. But before we watch, let's go back to the beginning of the story. A 911 call made on September 13th by Aaron Stalling.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
Cincinnati, Ohio, 45219.
What was the street?
Helen Street.
What's the first letter of that?
H.
Okay, Helen?
Yeah, Helen.
Okay, and Elmwood, is that a house or an apartment?
It's a house.
And what's your name?
Aaron.
And a good phone number for you?
513-9439.
Okay, what's going on today?
My child isn't breathing, or he's having a hard time breathing.
How old is he?
He's 9.
Okay, and is he breathing, or is he not breathing?
He's breathing heavily. He seems to be really weak.
The 911 operator repeatedly asked questions about the 9-year-old boy's condition, trying to gather every detail so they could promptly inform the medical team, who were on their way and preparing to deal with the emergency.
Okay, all right, I have him dispatched for you. I just have a couple questions to ask. Is he able to speak in full sentences?
No, he's not speaking at all.
Okay, does he have to sit up to breathe?
No, he can't. He's not responding.
Okay. Does he have a rescue inhaler?
No.
Okay. Does he have any kind of illness related with having trouble breathing?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Is he prescribed oxygen at all?
No.
Okay. And that's him in the background?
Yes.
Okay. How long has this been going on?
I don't know. Maybe about 5 minutes. I heard his breathing was kind of labored. So I went to check on him, and he just seemed out of it and wasn't really responding.
Okay. But his chest is rising and falling. He is breathing. He's just having trouble breathing.
I don't know. It's like he's not breathing. I don't know.
Okay, can you tell me if his chest is rising and falling?
No, look, hold on. What? Is his chest rising and falling?
The operator continued to ask further questions and tried to gather as much information as possible.
Okay, we do have him on the way for you, okay? If anything changes at all, if his breathing gets any more labored, give us a call back, okay? Do you want any medical instructions before they arrive?
Yeah, is there anything I can do?
Just don't give him anything to eat or drink. Make sure he tries to stay calm. Try to get him in whatever position is more comfortable for him to breathe. He might be more comfortable sitting up. Make sure he doesn't try to talk and exert himself. If he takes any medication, just gather it and give us a call back if anything changes, okay?
Shortly afterward, emergency medical personnel arrived at the home on Helen Street to assist the critically ill boy. And what they walked into wasn't just concerning, it was heartbreaking. When police entered, paramedics were already inside, trying to stabilize the boy.
5 Lincoln 11, logging in public service. What's going on? 11:30. Call 13, an animal complaint, the Sky Zone, 11745 Commons, a dog inside of a deep phone, spray clean, 6769. All the windows are up. Call 13. 13, okay. Hey, William 11, I'm 27. Copy.
If it's CPR. Second reading. As soon as that medic gets here, just tell him the CPR right now. Okay. You said tell him that CPR starts. Okay.
Copy.
As the police officer stepped outside, the medical team was still performing CPR on the 9-year-old boy inside the room. Let's go back to the indoor body cam again.
Need compressions?
Channel 2 for 38.
I don't know what's going on with the rider. I don't. Here.
Hello. Me too. Alright, come on. Come on, buddy. Is this the pulse?
The emergency team realized they needed additional equipment to be able to assist the boy more effectively.
Hey, you help me carry something.
All right.
I need to resuscitate him, so take this to hatchet.
Eventually, they decide they can transfer him to the ambulance and rush him to the hospital.
We'll bring him out here. We're going to wait for the bus. All right. We'll bring him out.
Well, last night but the night before, he said he needed to use the restroom, and he did. he had tripped. But other than that,
In the background, a woman's voice, Angel Holland, can be heard saying that the night before, the boy got up to use the restroom and tripped. Later at the hospital, the police spoke with her about the state of the food in the house.
so like my food is kept in my kitchen, in the fridge, fruit I put on the table. I mean, like, it's not like locked up or anything, no.
One officer finally asks the simplest question: do you feed them 3 meals a day? And her hesitation says more than her words.
So for breakfast, what do they eat? Like, what meal do you typically cook?
I cook dinner mostly.
Okay.
For breakfast, oatmeal, different things, cereal, fruit, toast. It just really depends on the day.
Is there ever any time where you don't have food in the home, like for breakfast or anything like that?
No.
Okay, you always have cereal or oatmeal, you always have something to make it readily get to. Who else has been home besides you and the children?
My boyfriend and
What's the boyfriend's name?
Aaron Spalding.
How do you spell the last name?
STALLING.
Does he take a caretaking role over the children?
Sometimes, but not really. He helps with them, yes. Like, I've had them since they were little, so, like, they call him dad because they see a man around, but, like, other than that, like, he helps. They go to other type of things, so yeah.
How do you guys split up, like, the household responsibilities?
For a while, we were living as roommates, which is very complicating to explain.
Do the children have any sort of responsibilities in that respect?
I mean, help clean up after themselves, or when they're done, like, eating, if there's a mess, they'll help. Sometimes they help do the bathroom trash, like, nothing major, but things they're able to do.
You said that the kids call you your dad.
I mean, they call me mom as well.
What kinds of things does Aaron do to help out with the children?
Well, schoolwork, or, play games, just different things.
How do you relate to sort of activities? Do you or Aaron have any sort of life or facilities?
Real quick, too, since I'm involved now, I got a Mirandize here, by the way, because I'm involved. All right, so I give you Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used against you in court of law. You have the right to an attorney during questioning. If you waive your rights, you understand, if you waive your rights and don't talk to us, you can do that, and you can revoke your rights at any time. Do you understand? You don't have to answer any of our questions without legal representation.
Okay.
If you want to cease the interview at any time, you can. Do you understand? No?
Yeah, so I can just say I don't want to answer any questions?
Then you can get a lawyer at any time.
And if I don't have the money for one, then...
One will be appointed to you if you qualify, yes.
The social worker warns her, if she refuses to answer questions, Child Protective Services may take custody of the kids. Angel and Aaron are later taken into custody, booked on initial charges of felonious assault and child endangering. In the detention area, they must go through all standard procedures: fingerprinting, security checks, and identification photography. An affidavit from investigators lays out what medical staff discovered. Doctors reveal the truth. The boy's body temperature had dropped below human survival levels, and he weighed just 30 pounds. Angel has had custody of him since 2020, says he complained of a stomachache 3 days earlier, admits she never sought medical care after he recently fell, says she was preoccupied with another child on the day of the incident. The affidavit describes what Aaron Stalling told detectives. He was present in the home. He heard the boy having trouble breathing. When told how critical the child's condition was, he reportedly responded, "We feed him." Doctors, however, tell investigators the 9-year-old is severely undernourished, shows signs of physical mistreatment, and is still in critical condition 3 days later. The 6 and 8-year-old siblings are also found to be severely undernourished and are hospitalized. After the search warrant reveals bungee cords, a belt, and unhygienic towels, the case begins shifting from a medical emergency to a full criminal investigation. The next phase involves legal experts reviewing what happened inside the home, what was serious lack of care, what was intentional, and what requires more medical clarity. Angel and Aaron remain in jail awaiting trial. Meanwhile, all 3 children have been hospitalized. Their condition is reportedly improving, and a community benefit was held to support them. The legal process is ongoing, and the outcome will depend on medical reports, interviews, forensic results, and the state's ability to prove intent or reckless serious lack of care. The truth in Angel Holland's home revealed something no one at Elmwood Place could have imagined. 3 children living quietly day after day in serious lack of care until their bodies could no longer bear it. And like every case Lou Crew has analyzed, this is an unmissable reminder. If you suspect a child is in danger, don't stay silent. Call the Child Help National Hotline. You could be the one to help a child escape a harmful situation before it's too late. As we wrap up, we want to remind viewers that this documentary is built on verified facts, interviews, official reports, and courtroom records. Nothing here was recreated for effect. These events were real, and their impact is still unfolding for the families involved. Our intention is to inform with accuracy and respect, and to acknowledge the weight of harmful behavior without turning it into spectacle.